It's Tia. It's been a Mississippi minute, but we bite, baby.
What's up, Pink Posse? It's your girl, Jock. And yep, we back at it like a crack addict.
It's your girl, Jiggy, a.k.a. Tanika. Listen, pull up on us. It's time to cut up, because we back.
What's up, Pink Posse? It's your girl, Kogi, and we're back. Pink Sunday Radio.
And we are back for another bonus episode for Noah's Ark. I have my girls on the line. Tia.
Hello, hello, hello.
Tanika.
Hey, y'all.
And Ja.
What's good, Noah's Ark family?
All right. So this episode, we're going over 103, titled Don't Mess With My Man. Before we get started, I'm going to let Ja give us the disclaimer.
All right. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or position of any entities they represent unless specifically quoted. This show is rated mature for language and subject matter. Listening discretion is advised.
Thank you so much, Ja. Okay, so you guys, don't mess with my man. So at the beginning of the episode, are we ready to talk about cookies? Are we ready to talk about cookies?
Let's get it.
I am, I don't know. I think on the timeline, someone brought this up about, was that you, Tanika, who was saying he didn't have a problem, he had a problem sucking dick, but didn't have a problem eating the pussy? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I was confused.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to start off with that.
But I don't know. I would think he would be a little bit more reluctant to eat the pussy, but instead of sucking the dick. But maybe I'm bugging. I don't know.
If I wasn't a freak, I would definitely want to suck dick before I ate
my God,
yeah. So now I'm a freak, so I do all of the above. However, I it's a lot to me to go. I didn't think about it like that until Tanika said it, and I was like, that is such an interesting now. But everything about Wade and Noah is very interesting. So,
really
maybe he had done a little backdoor boogie with, a female before, with a woman before. So he was used to getting, little cake smashed in his face. So that was a little more familiar than having another man's dick in his mouth.
That's a good point.
That a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Job. But I have a question. What is up with you and fucking cake? Like on the timeline, bruh, cake.
I be trying to be diplomatic about it. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to put a little frosting and sugar and cream on it a little bit just to ease it, onto the timeline. Like, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, but I'm just, people are a little more familiar with saying eating cake. They call the booty cake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm trying to have a little play on words. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay. Now my thing is, I'm not with all my friends having keys. Like, how about that? What do y'all think about that? All your friends have keys to your place. I mean, we all have besties.
Just on the timeline, if like that, and then I end up doing something else. So my bestie has a key to my place and a key to my car. I have a key to his place and a key to his car. More like just in case, not so much what they're doing here. Like he wouldn't come over and let himself in with my key. Like, he would come, knock, ring the doorbell, call like normal. Mm-hmm. It's more so for like if I lock myself out, or if I lock my keys in the car, but not what they're doing. So yes, my besties would have the key, but not to pop up like they're doing.
Yeah, they don't. Everybody don't need a key. Like, I could see Ricky just having the key. He's the best friend, and they just came on in. I could see if they were standing out there 10 minutes. You know Noah is supposed to be there. You outside ringing the doorbell, calling, and he's not opening the door, so you think there's something wrong. But you don't just put your key in as soon as you get there and come on in. Like, they didn't ring the doorbell.
See that big ass Hummer parked outside?
See, I didn't even think about that.
Parked outside?
Yeah, they can't just be walking in the door. No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
And also,
okay.
They said, or when Noah was talking to Ricky, when Noah was talking to Wade in the bathroom, he said they had seen worse than Wade eating his. What the hell else have they seen over there?
Well, I think that was I don't think that was no specific. I think that was in general. Yeah. They've all seen each other in more compromising positions. That's how I took that one.
It sounds like a sex party or something like that. You know, possibly.
I don't know. Noah doesn't give me he's been to too many sex parties, but like,
girl, a bad
Noah.
Come on,
like this is Noah's first relationship. Noah's first boyfriend. I was getting a feeling like Noah was like 2 steps from being a virgin, so I don't. Maybe that's just how I read Noah. But he doesn't give me a bunch of sex parties.
And he said they've seen worse. So, the fact that they've seen worse, it's giving threesome, foursome. It's giving Noah was the innocent pillow princess. You know? I'm sorry.
I just think that friends around the choo-choo train. I don't. You taking my Noah right now.
Okay, hey, okay, y'all. Okay.
Y'all think they ran a train on Noah? That's a little too deep.
I didn't say train.
It's a much for me. It's a much.
Yeah, no.
Listen,
I don't think all that was going on.
I didn't say train, but if he said they see words, like it's giving, that Noah Noah has that very innocent and precious thing going on that people love. They love that. So, I can see Noah having a little fun. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
Say Noah had his fun. Were they there? Did he have fun with them? Because how have they seen worse? Like, I don't get
maybe they don't think that he was caught. I think that that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying that being that they have access, they did the same thing and saw him in a position before that was, in his opinion, they saw worse, which would be him and I assume other people, not just him and just one person, in his eyes would be worse. But that's just my opinion. Hey, Noah, no, hey, y'all don't like me talking about sweeties, but new store clothes. I'm sorry. My thing with Ricky is, he's such a hoe, and he is one of those people that feels like everyone is supposed to like him. Do y'all think that has to do with, like, a childhood thing? Like, what this whole, what do you think this stems from? The idea that everyone has to like him. Everyone thinks he's the hottest. Like, he cannot believe that this guy does not want him. that he's attracted to Romeo.
I just assume it's the cockiness that he has in general. I mean, Ricky's really portrayed that he can have anyone that he wants. Like, outside of Raphael, we have never seen him be denied. I mean, if we go back to episode 1 or 2, I can't remember which one, they're in the club, the bartender's kissing him in the mouth. You know, it's just, this is just Ricky and his energy. And then also, I think they get into it a little more, that he's frustrated because he feels like Romeo is more feminine and he doesn't understand, which is weird with him being friends with like Alex and Noah. They're not feminine to the like we situation, although Noah is not above a cute little Bantu knot, a cute little faux hawk, if you will. He just doesn't see the appeal of, I guess, a man that is, you know, more prone to, you know, feminine style. So but it's a blow to the ego for him. He's used to having anyone he wants.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, but I just don't, what was he doing during this whole interview? Like, he set out to find someone at the store that like wasn't going to come on to him and try to have sex with him while they're at work. So why not just give a professional ass interview? Like, all this extra stuff to weed out employees was just like, I don't know, Ricky is on my nerves in an extra way that he wasn't my first time watching this. Like, all of this is unnecessary. Just do an interview. Find an employee, put a clause in there that says no fraternization while you're at work, and let's keep it moving because you're doing extra stuff for no reason. And then you did all of this to weed out employees, and then you're low-key sexually harassing this man at the job. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, my God. Seriously.
Yeah, the same for me, Tanika. And I've been watching this, like, on repeat, just like I do Valley. And I don't know what happened tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's the shrooms. I don't know what is going on. But I just saw the episode in a slightly different way tonight, or both episodes, because Ricky was getting on my nerves during both of them. And I was like, how have I never seen this before? Between, like, the queen, she's a super queen. My dude, two of your best friends are queens. Like, what are you talking about right now? I can't believe he likes her, she, he, whatever, because he's a super. And I'm like, and then I'm looking at Noah and Alex like, y'all don't got nothing. Like, Alex said something, but I was like, the fuck you mean? It would have been totally different. Like, Alex is trying to explain it, and Trey like, that's right, baby. And they kind of being a little too nice for me, because I would have been like, you mean a queen like me? What you trying to say? Like, doing a lot in that car. Then when they get to, well, we're not on that one, but the next episode when we talk about it, I'm just like, Ricky was really doing a much. These whole 2 episodes.
Both episodes, yeah. Yeah, I'm low key over Ricky. I never really loved him, but I don't know. It's more this time for some reason.
Now, what I will say is I don't know if I'm seeing it more, because we watched Jump in the Broom before I had rewatched anything. And I told you guys, like, I called my best friend and I was like, am I tripping? But were there threads of this love she has for Noah in the seasons? And he was like, no, but I'm actually kind of seeing it now.
Me too.
Like,
yeah.
I was like, okay, I just didn't read it like that the first time, but to kiss the nipple, like, all of this would have been a lot to me. Like, you know, Wade does a lot of fun shit, but, like, it would have been a lot at this brunch table if your friend's talking about suck the nipple. Suck the what? You don't get the fuck up and get this motherfucker out of this house right now. Like, it would have been a lot for me. Maybe I'm crazy. That is probably true. But still, this would have been a lot for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Yeah.
think I saw it more in the end of this episode. Like that whole interaction, which I guess we'll get to that later. I was like, yeah, this is a lot for just friends.
Yeah, like Ricky has some legitimate concerns, and he should have been concerned with some of the shit Wade was doing, but also Ricky was doing far, far too much. Especially once Noah told him, like, I need you to tone it down. And then he continues to not tone it down. Like, nah. You don't do that to your best friend when they ask you, yeah, my boyfriend has a problem with this. Can you chill out? And you continue to not. I don't know. A little bit over Ricky. But I do, like, last episode, the bonus episode I recorded, I said, to me, the Noah Ricky being in love with him was unbelievable. But watching episode 3 and 4, I kind of see where they were trying to weave it in. So I guess it'll be a little more believable as I continue to watch these episodes.
Yeah, once we get to, when we do get to the movie this time, it won't be so jolting.
Yeah.
When we watched it during the Pink Friday flick, because I was totally thrown. Like, because I could see in the movie that they were trying to lead up to that, but I was like, this is out of left field, but it really wasn't. It just, Ricky was doing so much other shit. We just didn't see it, and Wade was on the side. Everybody was on fuck shit. Like, this is another, I go back to P. Valley, Lil Murder, Uncle Clifford. A lot of these relationships, because there's a whole lot of reasons we should not be here for Lil Murder and Uncle Clifford, but we absolutely are.
Right.
And most of these relationships are the same, because I should not be here for Noah and Wade like I am. But I am.
Yep.
Right. But I think I kind of get it. Like, there was a part that stood out to me, the most recent time, because I've watched it. Like you said, it's on that P-Valley type of timing for me as well, where I've watched it several times. And you have a man who's been living as straight, who has probably convinced himself that this is his lifestyle, right? And so he happens to fall for this man, and he's still struggling, and he's honest, like Noah mentions. He tells to Noah, like, I told you, I'm struggling with this. I'm making my progresses, but it's like you cannot, I guess, expect him to just be on the train, right with it immediately. Like, he's used to hiding that part of himself and part of those desires. So, like, when we see that Ricky comes in and he's all like dropping Noah's hand, or when Noah said, but what stood out to me the most is when Noah said, you wouldn't believe those type of stereotypes about a black person. And he goes, I am black.
Yes.
And it's almost to say, but I'm not gay.
That was so
like,
telling.
That ass in your mouth.
Ask the question that I needed him to ask right there. Like, aren't you gay too? At least by
like, aren't you my nigga?
Yeah, he didn't ask the questions that I needed him to ask him. He said that's the same thing, John. I was like, but I am like, and you gay?
Right. Wade was still living in the land of delusion.
Because I'm not going to erase bi.
Right.
Looking back at it now, the episodes, it really showed that he was that Ricky was in love with Noah. Like, hindsight, there were moments that you can see early on. I think that's where we were going, right?
Yeah, it was.
Correct or no? Because there's like no way you would do that. That's so disrespectful. Like, that your best friend's man is sitting at the brunch table and you do, but I feel like Ricky just doesn't give a fuck. And I don't know who hurt him. Like, I don't know if he ever has been in love, or is Noah the only person he's been, like, loved or cared for, but he really has no regard for anyone's personal relationship.
Well, we're not this episode yet, but the next episode after these two, they bring up him being rich, which I didn't realize was supposed to be part of his storyline until it was said in that episode. So I think that's probably a big part of it. He probably hasn't had to be a good person, for lack of better phrasing. Like, if his family is rich the way that it's indicated later in the series, then I think we're seeing the fruits of that now. And I don't think it's a matter of who hurt you. I think everybody has. Because, you know, you have the rich kids that their parents are neglectful. Your friends are kind of shallow because you're in that rich kid pool. Like, when I heard that in the I think it's episode 5, I was like, oh, well, that makes a lot of sense, his behavior and just who he is. Like, everything about him is a lot more, if you notice, polished than all of the other characters.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense. So I think that's what we're getting is ratty rich kid behavior, like through and through.
Yeah, but it's like but my thing is, even when you have money, there are kids who have money and they're still not big. Like, they're still decent people. So where does that come from?
I don't know, and it's been a while since I watched this, so I don't remember how much of his story we get. Even when we get into like Janito and what happens with that relationship, I don't think they ever really tell us what Ricky's real deal is. So I don't think we ever find that out.
If I'm not mistaken, whose house are they at in Jumping the Broom? They're at Ricky's house, right? Ricky's
No, they're at Wade's parents' house.
Wade's parents'
Yeah.
house. Okay.
Yeah, their summer home that the family owns.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know that in watching this, I'm like, why are any of them Ricky's friends? Like, that shit was so rude when Noah's like, you know, I've never had a boyfriend before. And he was like, oh, you know, like, that's what you call him? Like, does he know he your boyfriend? Like, that was some cutthroat shit. And Ricky's kind of, like, all about himself. And there's been definitely several situations where I've been like, why are they his friends? Where are the good redeeming qualities? And I feel like we see them, like, way later, like season 2. But for the most part, he's a selfish asshole. Why are they here? Like, why are they here for him?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't really have a problem with him asking Noah, does Wade know he's his boyfriend? Because they haven't had that conversation yet. And then I don't remember if this is the same scene or it was later in that scene when he was like holding his hand until he saw Ricky there and he dropped. So like, as the best friend, I feel like these are some questions that Ricky should probably ask. Maybe not in the way that he asked them, but
it's the tone.
Yeah, these are concerns that he should have as Noah's best friend, and these are the things that he should be asking Noah and pointing out to Noah, and making sure that Noah is aware of. But yeah, he goes about it wrong. The way he says it is wrong. But yeah, he's not wrong in his concerns to me.
Y'all think Ricky is an Aries?
No, that's funny.
Like, I got an Aries friend, and that's kind of how sometimes she delivers certain things. It's like, she means well, but it just comes out real, like, aggressive, real aggressive, and real just kind of like, damn, bitch. Anyway.
Aries for Ricky? I don't get an Aries vibe for Ricky, but I don't know.
Ricky is for Ricky. Which side you think?
Full stop.
Full stop.
That was my next suggestion. Because we got a Scorpio be on that freaky dinky shit.
Cause ooh, let me be quiet. Okay. No. Go ahead and say that.
What you were going to say?
I thought, okay, wait, did Tia say Scorpio? Mhm.
Mhm.
Scorpio said, but I was just saying, like, I get it. Like, I understand, you know?
Like, I'm a Scorpio, but and I understand delivering the news, how you deliver it, but he doesn't, I don't know, if that doesn't give me Scorpio. Like, Scorpio is, when they, facts is facts, they say what they say, or I say what I say, you feel how you feel about it. But, like,
Right.
I don't know, it doesn't give me that. Like, to me, he's, like, purposely being harsh. And that's why, to me, that's not Scorpio. Scorpio is more, I said what it was, and how you feel about it is how you feel, and, like, they don't go together. Like, I'm not purposely trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just saying what it is.
Right. And I think Ricky is a Scorpio. I think he's a Scorpio because of the sexual
that's
nature. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. The cheating, like, invested. My experience with Scorpio men have been super possessive, but they're cheating.
Right.
Damn, okay, well, girl, because that's what Richie gives me, like, because he's very possessive of all these people to a certain extent, but then he's not going to be faithful to any of them. Like, he's looking at, like, why is he into Raphael, and it's like, even if you got with Raphael, you wouldn't, like, and Raphael told him, was like, I like to date, I like to be courting, I like to court, I like relationship, and you don't do that. That's why I'm not interested in you. And he's like trying to be that person, which when we get to the next episode, but then it's like, that's not you, but you want them to be that. You want Raphael to be into you the way that he's into Romeo, but you're not gonna give Raphael none of the stuff Romeo is giving him. And that to me is straight up and down Scorpio man behavior.
So I'm trying to think ahead to Janito, because maybe I just don't remember, but was there, like, possessiveness there?
No, and that was the different relationship, because I don't want to say they started as friends, but in a way, they started as friends. Janito was more of the aggressor in that situation. Like, he was more so, coming on to Ricky, and Ricky was trying to keep a distance. Like, he noticed him, but this is all in the guise of Alex's clinic. So they're kind of like, fellow employees. What is that? Colleagues.
Not comedy.
But yeah, so I think I haven't watched those episodes in a week, but last week when I watched them, there wasn't the romance wasn't necessarily there, or not the romance. The sexual tension wasn't there from the beginning.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think Ricky noticed that Junito was into him, because Junito didn't come to him in the sexual, Ricky's like straight to the bed energy. And so, like, during the time, this way, Ricky was more like, when they asked him about him, he was like, I think we're just friends. But I did see I say the possessiveness shows up, but it doesn't show up until the end of season 2.
It doesn't show up until Ricky has actual feelings. And that's where this relationship is totally different. Because, like, he's possessive of Raphael, and you done told the man in the interview, no funny business. You've made that, you hired him for that, but you like as soon as he saw him kicking with Romeo, it was like, wait up. And it's like, bro, that's not even your friend. Like, y'all have literally no relationship outside of him being your employee, and you're jealous and possessive, and you can't believe, and you in the car talking to your friends about him. Y'all have barely had a conversation outside of, hey, I'm gonna close up shop. I'm gonna leave. Can you close up the shop? Like, you doing a much.
So, and watching this Junito relationship develop with new eyes, because I don't really remember like how they met and any of that, or why. Like, just in these 4 episodes, it's like Ricky tries to get with and sleep with any man that's in his vicinity. So y'all saying that there was no attraction there, they weren't like flirting, Ricky wasn't trying to sleep with him from the beginning, is interesting to me. I can't wait to get to that part because I don't remember any of that.
No attraction. It's just I have to go watch, but it wasn't like these other relationships. It wasn't he's cute, but we're here to work to get this clinic up the code because it's a mess. When, you know, what is it at the corner of Hustler and Whore? So it's like a mess. There's all kinds of stuff in there. So I can't remember the details, but their relationship definitely developed differently. And I saw it for him and Janito, as we get on and we talk about it more. Because I think I've seen a ton of Rickies in my lifetime, of people that maybe have been hurt, that they've swore off love, whatever it is, and then they meet that person, and all of a sudden you see a totally different person, and that is what I expect. First watch, what I would have expected from that storyline.
Yeah. So with Janito and Ricky, yeah, it was definitely a slow burn with them, because I think that was when Ricky was really trying to do the whole not going to be a whore type thing, and the attraction was there with Junito, but because he was trying not to be a whore, he was really trying to hold out, and I think Junito kind of realized that, so I think he was trying to play a little tug and war there. The attraction was there, they were working, but he was still making it clear that he wanted Ricky. But he also realized that Ricky was not the monogamous type either. So they did a little, if you're going to be there, you're going to be there. If you're not, then you have to go. And then there was a little HIV scare with them, too. Because remember, Janito was HIV positive.
Yeah, I remember that part. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So but I love them together, though.
Yeah, me too.
I don't.
The only relationship that I really just don't like is Eddie and Chance.
Same.
Everybody else, even though they have their flaws, I'm here for all of the other relationships on the show.
Yep. So it's really just Eddie. It's really, I want to do a poll for that. Like, is everybody on the same page that Eddie and Chance is really not their favorite? Which I feel bad for saying that, but.
Even watching today, when we get to episode 4 and all that carrying on, he's mad, he's angry, to do absolutely the fuck nothing. With it. Like,
I was just about to say.
And then when we get to those episodes, but I'm like, I'm one of those people, you catch your man cheating, you catch your girl cheating. If you're not finna leave, shut the fuck up. Otherwise, what are we doing? So that's kind of how I felt like watching Chance. Like, if you don't, you know what? Yeah. So anyway, I'm not gonna say too much because I know some people haven't seen it, but
yeah. That's a perfect time to transition to this situation where Chance and the gang get together to ride down on Eddie at DL Thug Lover's house.
Okay. So, I ask y'all something. You see, Eddie in there, and they was doing a lot in that house, which is we find out is a 22-year-old. You know what? All of these people, I realized that I may need some more help. Like, I may need to up my therapy sessions for twice a week, because a lot of these situations would not have gone down. These people are so calm in the face of, like, extreme disrespect. Like, you walk up to, you see him, they doing him like he's 22. Like, we might think him driving in the house was a lot, but I don't think he did enough for like we've been dating 6 months. You asked me to move in with you and your child. I move in, I do all the things, and this what you out here doing with a 22-year-old? Listen, eyes have not seen and ears have not heard what I would have. Like, the fact that he even got to walk back to the car, listen, slow singing and flower bringing. I can't.
Now, they definitely should have beat Eddie's ass. And why are we all down here if we not finna jump him? Like, what we doing?
Okay.
You got us out the house and we not finna fight this nigga? No, we gotta beat his ass. But we not going to jail, though. You've been dating this nigga for 6 months. We finna beat his ass to the street, and then we finna go to the house and help you pack up your shit.
Oh, getting low. We getting low, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
but we're not driving this car into the house and somebody going to jail over a nigga you've been with for 6 months. We're not doing that part, but we definitely beating both their ass. We can do that, but we gotta go before the cops come, cause this nigga is not worth going to jail for.
Right. Nobody did her story.
Got them together.
Right. No one like, okay, look, we gonna say this was an accident. You ain't mean to do it. And Chan's ass like, no, I meant to do that shit.
I ain't gonna lie,
y'all. We trying to get the story straight.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm Chan. I did that shit. Hell with it.
I'm trying to figure out if 22-year-old dude is DL, why are you fucking another man in the window with the sheer blinds? Everybody was able to walk up at the parents' house on the couch. Like, nigga, you ain't got a bedroom up in there. Like, you DL, but it's a neighborhood show. Anybody can walk up.
Anybody walk straight to the scene because you can see right through it. Like, oh my god, it's too much going on.
It's too much.
Listen, but
into the house is my kind of carrying on.
No, ma'am. DL Thug Lover, you can have him, girl, because it's only been 6 months. I'm finna go pack my stuff. Y'all have fun. I'm all set.
They should have dragged
his ass.
Not only did you cheat on me, but you got me watching your daughter while you fuck around on me.
Oh
yeah.
God. And he lied and said it was a party for some old lady.
Oh, he had a whole elaborate ass lie too. Oh no.
Now, Queen on the timeline and I have a similar real life story of this. So when I first saw this, I'll say one of my family members in case they ever listen to the show. One of my family members caught her husband cheating, like he was big dog cheating. And so they lived in Chicago. I was living in Cali at the time. I used to go visit Chicago like every vacation. So I want to say it was Christmas vacation. And so Chicago houses are a little different. Like, so they had a screened-in porch in the front. So it's a screened-in porch, which is like brick, mind you. That's the other big. This house is brick. It's screened-in porch. It's brick on the outside. Then you go in the back, and their house was what's called a two-flat, which is something that we have in Chicago. It's like a duplex, but on top of each other, basically. It's like the one house is the first set, then you go upstairs, and it's the second house. So basically a duplex. So two flats. So I come in, so they had to escalate. Like, for as long as I know them, they had this Escalade. My aunt had this, this family member had this Escalade. Loves this Escalade. I come in to visit, and I don't know. It's some hoochie. This person comes to pick me up in the airport from my wife. Where you Escalade at? And I don't think I got an answer, but I'm not thinking nothing of it. I've been on a plane. It ain't nothing. So my cousin, though, looks at me like, bitch. But doesn't say anything. So we get to the house, and the old friend is gone. It's like toxic things. Yo, this family member says nothing and walks in. My cousin pulls me to the side and tells me my mom caught him cheating and drove the Escalade into the house. Nigga. I can't do this. The laughs, snorts, and cackles that I let out were legendary because this is what I imagine my family member having done.
So this is not a far-fetched
not.
response.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't even imagine this happening. But I mean, you couldn't imagine it because it really happened to you. So, I just think it's funny that all of these grown ass big motherfuckers hopped up in this minivan, and that shit was low as fuck. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but all of them motherfuckers packed up in that minivan, and that shit was low as fuck to that concrete. And when they all jumped out, that whole messed up like hydraulics. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but that shit really happened. Go back and watch that scene. Trey, Alex, all of them motherfuckers came out like it was Daddy Daycare, okay? And then they all fell as they was creeping up to the house. And it was just such a hilarious scene. I mean, where are the people? I mean, I guess everybody was asleep in the neighborhood because you got all these men just creeping through the window to see what the hell was going on. Chance just drives into the house. But I mean, you know, it's TV and everything. But
Right.
I just thought
they
that
live on the same block with grandmother Ernestine.
Right. Somebody just saw it. Big grown ass niggas peeking through a window.
That's funny, Josh, because we always talk about she lives in a blind community. I don't care what anybody says. She lives in a blind community because ain't no way you could have a whole ass ambulance. We all have lived in the. It don't matter if you live in a white, black, Hispanic, rich. Anytime the ambulance lights come on, I don't care. Somebody's gonna peek out the window, step out the house. Is everything okay or something? Ain't nobody coming outside? Absolutely not. It's a blind community. They're blind, they're deaf.
They not deaf. They not blind and deaf.
Hello? They are blind and deaf. Okay, in their community.
I reckon though, because Wade's ass was still trying to act like he not gay, but his ass hopped in that window to get his peek too.
He did.
Right.
He was like, yeah, let me see.
Yeah, let me get to it. Let me put myself on mute.
Ooh-wee.
So when he walked up to this car, what did you think actually, we still got to get to Ricky and Wade beforehand, because Wade talking about it's not a scratch on it. I was like, what? But, so Tanika says points were made here. Do the rest of y'all think points were made by Ricky talking to Wade here?
Yeah. I mean, they have this moment, and Wade finally wants to say something to Ricky about him being physical and touchy-feely with Noah. But at the end of the day, you have not stepped up and accepted, like, are you his man or not? You know, are y'all together? What's the situation? I think you dropping his hand and trying to act like, you know, we didn't walk in on you, you know, celebrating your birthday and shit. You can't tell me not to talk to him like that or touch him like that unless you're going to step up. So I definitely feel like points were made. And I think it was good. It turned out, like, sometimes I feel like maybe you should have had this fucking business, because why are you here? Same time, you know, this my best friend. I seen that bullshit you pulled. If you gonna hurt him, do that shit. If not, step the fuck up.
So know if I'm in my best friend's relationships like this, I'm trying to think if I would have said something. I guess if my best friend was Noah, and as innocent as Noah seems, and I might say something like that, because Noah is like head over heels for Wade, so he's not listening to nothing nobody is telling him about Wade. So maybe I would have. I do think it was an overstep in some ways, though, still, for Ricky, because, so this is where, like, I shoot some bail. The fact of the matter is, Wade is trying to figure out who he is in this lifestyle. And that's okay. Like, it's so, like, this has not been that long. Like, from when they first started to now, it's okay. And I realize all of these, everyone else doesn't ever seem like they were in any of the arcs. Noah, nobody was ever in, but I've said the same thing in P Valley, but you still should have an appreciation. You know enough about the community to understand that Wade was in and has come out. And this is a testament to me also with how much Wade does love Noah, because he's doing a lot, in my opinion, for someone that, a month ago was a straight man. He is trying his best to move himself into this life, and it's very quickly, and he's doing it quickly because of how he feels for Noah. And just like with Uncle Clifford and Lil Murda, he knows it's no DL Wade with Noah. As what he said, I have spent a lifetime being okay with who I am. There's no world where I'm going to accept someone that's not. So he's going out of his way to do it because that's how bad that he wants Noah. For me personally, I feel it's okay for him to have some slip up at this point because he's really just figuring this all out.
Yeah, I agree. And that's kind of why we're here for Noah and Wade, right? We see him, even when he gets it wrong, he realizes he's got it wrong and he's trying to get it right. And while I think, yes, Ricky made points here, I do think Ricky overstepped, and I wouldn't be mad if Wade was trying to beat his ass, because he was doing much and he was being disrespectful after Noah has told him to tone it down. So even though I don't think Ricky was all wrong, I kind of think Noah would have been well within his rights to have a real problem with some of the things that he said.
Girl, the way that I'm on mute but going, yeah, exactly. No, I am very serious, because my thing is, it's like, love your best friend, okay? Love your best friend, but at the end of the day, you have to respect your best friend. You know what I'm saying? And he overstepped his boundaries. Like, at the end of the day, you are not going to bed with Noah. I mean, you're not going to bed with Ricky. Not Ricky. Oh, Lord, child. Wade, I'm sorry. You're not going to bed with Wade. That is Noah's boyfriend. And especially you're doing it on the side. One thing I hate is a side conversation with my person. Like, don't do that. Please do not have a side conversation with my person and it's about me. Like, especially if I'm just, like, short distance away, and y'all having these side conversations. I really am not a fan of that. It was unnecessary. It was unnecessary from Ricky. So I honestly, he could have got one in the eye, to be honest. So I agree with that.
Yep.
So I'm going to close this out. I'm Tia, Minnie is Max on Twitter, and Tia Down in the Valley on Instagram. Make sure you're keeping your eye out on our Twitter page. Make sure you follow us, and make sure you got notifications turned on, because all the new stuff comes there first. Ja, what you got?
Hi, you can find me on Instagram at ja_the_goddess, on Twitter as Ja the Goddess, all one word. Keep your FBI eyes open because if you want to hear more Noah's Ark bonuses, they will drop on the Thursday. Tanika?
I am at your girl Jiggy on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me over there if you don't already. You can also follow Pink Sunday Radio on Instagram. If you're looking for these bonus episodes, well, you shouldn't be looking for it because you're listening to it right now, but you can find those on pinksundayradio.com. That takes you to Apple Podcasts. And while you're on Apple Podcasts, if you can leave us a 5-star written review, we would really appreciate it. Kogi, what do you got to tell them?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, Koji Mama. We are also available on Twitch as well as TikTok and iHeartRadio. We also have launched a website. You can go to pinksunday.com and get updates there as well. Thank you so much for listening.
Pink Sunday Radio.